This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for September 15th, 2022. It's currently August 15th, 2022, 12:51 p.m. That's Eastern time. The overall theme and behavior for the day, we have a nullified Hangman card. Hangman card is the halting of a bullish trend marked by a notable decline through a significant support level. But it's nullified, meaning that that move is somehow counteracted. In most cases, that's what what a nullified card means. Behavior around the high. There's going to be a notable move on a one-day chart moving into the high, to the upside. And then the same thing goes for the low. There's going to be a notable move to the downside on a one-day chart, and that move to the downside will start from a crest or peak. Yeah, okay, and then there's an important resistance level that I'm advised to trade around. Matter of fact, there's likely important resistance level I'm advised to trade around. So what it looks like here, guys, is first thing in the morning in the early pre-market, we have a rally that increases with the momentum moving into the open. At the open, we have some sideways rotation. We may bump up against some resistance and bump along that for a little bit, but we have some sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move to the upside. And we reach a high there in around the open, so maybe like the first half hour or so, somewhere around there. Out of the open, or out of that high, I should say, we have a notable trade opportunity to open up some protection there. And then there's sideways fluctuations out of the open with a bearish trend preceding usually this card has that bearish trend, but it precedes a rally of some sort. I don't see that necessarily here. What I see is a decline between roughly 10 and 11 through multiple support levels. We reach a day's low roughly after that decline, roughly between like 11 and 12. An important support level is highlighted. We attempt to establish support there. And it looks like into the middle of the day we have some fluctuation, some volatility with a sharp dip in the midst of that volatility. We may have a little bit of a rise there midday out of that low. And then a crest around between roughly a crest forms somewhere around between like 12 and 2, closer to like the 1 to 2 o'clock hour, but somewhere around there. And there's a decline off of that crest to and through a support level and then turns around and reuses that support level that it broke through as support again. We moved sideways along that support level with equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow and outflow as we move through the 2 to 3 o'clock-ish hour. And then in the last hour, there's 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp decline off of that third poke to meet another low right around the close in the midst of a decline that increases with the momentum as we move into the close. There's a trade opportunity right around the close as well. It looks like basically when these crests happen, I want to take opportunity. So there's likely a day trade here. There's likely a day trade like opening up a short position here, closing a short position here. But you could also likely buy a short position on one of these two trade opportunities either midday or right at the end of the day, it looks like. And that's the S&P 500 for September 15th, 2022. Guys, when you make money from this reading, take a little bit of that profit and pay it forward. Keep the flow going. Take a little bit of that money and pay it back. Show some gratitude. Gratitude begets gratitude. Send it to the Cash App, my friends. And the rest, do what you got to do with it, as long as it's out of love. And the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.